finished, the crowd sat silent. He was very unsure of how it would be received.
Brian, what does that say?
Lincoln the Bear.
Originally purchased in 1828, I think. It says 1828 by his maternal grandfather, who lived in Airedale, Greene County, Kentucky. And that's about 18 miles from Hodgkinsville. And because that's where Lincoln was born, he wanted this clock to be somewhere where it would be interpreted with Lincoln, so he gave that to us.
Next week, he said.
Next week. There's the chicken yard.
I don't feel my back's gonna hurt by the end of the day.
Made all these barrels.
See how he pulled them into round?
She might think everybody shipped everything in barrels, too. That's what I mean, the barrels.
Charge anything from 40 cents.
Then they had
to
roll.
build them like they were in the days and they put them in the
Wrap around a barrel and put them in the round.
Wet? That's where they smoked their wood would dry. They hung, yeah, I said that's where they hung their candles.
He got his light from his candles up there?
What? They wouldn't get all. Bedrooms in the back, please. Back there.
Hi, sweetie.
Been careful aiming his bow and
Get those two clowns.
it just jumped off to the next branch when
Okay, you kids, baby from school, get back in the school.
the bird looked down as if to say, na 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 na, na 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 na.
That was real well.
Her legs.
What's in there, guys?
Dishes, a table, dishes, brooms.
Come here.
You can throw me in there, Dad.
He doesn't want to throw you in there.
I will.
He had drains. Brother's cabin. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's okay. I'm filming you.
No, the thing is that every young woman that got married, she would always have a spinning wheel, as, you know, her parents would always give her a spinning wheel. The little girl started learning how to spin when they were 5 years old. It wasn't very good, but you have to learn, you know, you have to start somewhere. So, and you have to learn, because someday you're going to make sweaters and mittens and socks and whatnot. And also, money was not available. So when you have no money, you have to barter with other people. And your mother might have went to the shoemaker and said, well, you know, my little girl there, she needs a pair so bad. So we can have 2 skeins of yarn. You have to know how to do it. And he'd say, well, maybe he would say, well, I'll take 2 skeins of yarn, but I also want to have to put some potatoes. Then he would agree to something, and she'd get him the skein of yarn. And this is a weasel wheel. And the sole purpose of this wheel is to measure the yarn so you would have an even skein. So when you go, it only goes one way. So when you go to the right like this 40 times, you have a skein of yarn. But what makes you think that you're number 24, Mary's not going to have her hair pulled by John or God knows what, and you lose track? You say, oh my gosh, how am I going to remember? So they came up with a new idea on how to remember to do the 40 turns. So this little piece of wood in here that's lighter is like a little clock on the inside of this box, and it's round. And every time you have a full turn, you don't hear it. It's nice. Oh, you just don't hear it. And it goes up one notch, one notch, one notch, one more, one more, one more. But then when it gets to number 40, then you hear this. Now you know you have number 40. That's when they made the song for the boys and the girls. Pop, go, sweet, go. And this is a weasel wheel.
Don't work with the finger in there and step on it.
No, I trust him. That's a guy that can hit 13 turkeys, I trust him. They have no choice.
Now, there's the gunstock wood right there.
Yeah.
That's a tree.
That's a new.
That's maple, that's sugar maple, what it was, hard maple.
Yeah, most of these have gutters. That one back there. All those have gutters.
But you know how it is, once somebody becomes famous, everybody was just a little bit closer and doing a little bit better. All the stories get exaggerated a bit.
Is this the one that they were talking about, the richest house?
Oh, no.
No?
It's down here, two-story house on your left. In fact,
With a front porch.
right.
We live here.
This is Waddell's house. Well, that's true, it does have kind of a patio out here, but theirs has a real front porch. The carding mill, Dr. Rainier's, and then Sam Hill's house on your left.
Out of the car. Great. Yeah. And give them something new to see like this.
I had these eel cars.
Oh, yeah, I see
When we
those.
were kids, we would
Oh, I want to know, plays with those, yeah.
My feet started talking. My feet said, let's turn around. Let's go back the other way. This lady's going to eat us. My head said, that's stupid. Let's go forward. It's just a little old lady.
You guys can move with Daddy.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
The next sound I need is a cat flying through the air. That's... Here we go. All right. The cat hits... Roll the song flying with the sand and the voice story. Be a joke. You head into the dining room.
Yes, you are.
I'm in the dining room. My mother has given me...
Oh, he's so liquor.
Sounds good to me. What'd you say, Hannah? This is a doctor, though?
Practice medicine to...
That is the Lukens and Ferguson cabin. Here's the... Let's see some kind of a well.
This is the richest house. It does.
The Hill McNear. Next door.
This what?
That's what they all say
Young
about.
wife?
Yeah. Did you meet my wife?
No, haven't yet.
Oh.
I just heard it from your doctor.
Yeah, I'm right proud of her. She's a real handsome young lady. But even though they do talk bad against me, when it comes time for them to need something from the store, they're going to come to my store to get it, because I do have the best stock of goods in town. I keep the latest in fashion and fabric. Aren't those pretty? Wouldn't you like to have a shirt made out of some of those? Think you'd like to have a dress made out of these? I guess not. And I got the freshest food, like the coffee here. I got this from St. Louis just this past spring.
Wow.
So it's fresh. It's unroasted, because I know that you'll want to roast your own, because it's better that way. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I can make you a good deal on my crockery too, because I get that. I'm always looking out for a good deal. And the crockery I can get in Springfield, so it's right cheap. A lot of the other things I'll have to admit fairly expensive, because I've got to pay shipping clear from St. Louis.
Did you sell a lot of food and things too?
Not a lot of food. I do some, but most people grow their own food.
Yeah.
So I sell some to the people here in town that don't have big gardens and don't have a lot of livestock. So I'll sell some eggs and butter and a little bit of pork, salted or something.
I think in 1858 you left in the state of $96,282.64. So he did well. And Lincoln went broke over here because he really didn't know the business, but I think more so than that is that he had a bunch of other people. See, this is 2 or 3 stores into one. See, these other people, they just buy the merchandise when they didn't do too much, and so Lincoln came in here on, good old Abe was trusting, so then they wanted to get rid of it, so they you know, because of the character that he had, they weren't afraid to, you know, to give them. He came in here about $1,500 in debt, and then there was a barter system that was not universally accepted.
So you can talk to her.
Too easy to get through.
Oh, no.
Then the doctor would add a binder, of course, and a wet to that, so that you would have a pill mass that you could make into pills. Now, it would not be this color. This is Play-Doh. It would be more the color of the tile. And they said that he didn't make much of a pill mass then. Oh, unless you have a whole family with the same ailment. We don't have any way to store these pills. So I'm just going to take a little piece of it off, lay it on the tile, and roll it into what's called a pill pipe or a ribbon system. Today, that would be $12 to $20 for it. But they traded and bartered over half the business in the village this summer. And the doctor loaned money at 10% too. You better get it here, because if he turns you down, he'll send you over to Mr. Hill, and that would cost you 12. But they are partners as far as the grocery business goes. I don't know about the loan. Okay, because if you put them in a vial, if you notice in this case, there's little vials, and those were just for powders and liquids at that time. If you put those pills in there, there's no coating, they would have drawn moisture and just There's a lady telling me yesterday that when she was little, that her grandmother told the story of this. I don't know what was wrong with the baby, but anyway, they go with a little line on it. Just walk the floor and everything, just like we would. It's nothing like that. They realize it. And I would think it has some trouble with overdosing. But
Brian, be careful. They had most of it. An old-timey tune called the Wall. It's actually a Baroque tune. Get that fly out of there. The flies tend to become disoriented and forget how to fly. Just kind of dance around on the soundboard. Yes.
What do you call it?
It's called a hammered dulcimer.
Okay, I knew what a dulcimer was, but I didn't think that was.
You probably knew the mountain. Okay. Let's see. I haven't like done it for a while. Let's go. Oh, not one of those ones that's like.
nice for travelers.
They didn't keep them, they didn't board them, then they just set them free.
Both.
Oh, both?
Yeah, they could, stay on, stay overnight and get a meal, and they took in boarders, including Abraham Lincoln. There were a lot of young men in the village, like Mr. Hill, Dr. Allen, Abraham Lincoln, Dr. Rainier, and you didn't have the fast food places or restaurants to go to. So a tavern was really, very important places. They could just come in and get a meal. Even Mrs. Kelso took in boarders, just meals where they could go and get a meal. So the tavern, the rate.
I've been to a wall hanging because the new jacket, there's no way.
1827, by the spring of 1831, they were living at New Salem, where Rowan and his brother James built a long residence and later in the fall built a store. This location is known as the first Barry Lincoln store. In the summer of 1832, James sold his half interest in the store to William Barry and moved away. Rowan, not liking Barry for a partner, sold his half interest to Abraham Lincoln. On January 18, 1833, Rowan accidentally shot and killed his wife Elizabeth. Soon afterward, he moved to Island Grove Township in Sangamon County.
Do you think it was an accident, or did he really just accidentally kill her?
And crossing the mill dam, Otfoot and Lincoln first visited New Salem. Otfoot decided to open a store here and employed Lincoln to run it. On July 8, 1831, Otfoot was licensed to retail in New Salem. It is here that Lincoln received his first exposure to merchandising room 1 year. Otfoot's enterprises had failed. He left New Salem for Kentucky to help his brother to raise horses.
Do you know what we do to little boys like you? You see, we pick them up. When there's a car coming, we throw them.
The store sold liquor as its main stock and trade. Clary also established a ferry charging from 3 cents per head of cattle to 50 cents for a team and wagon. He was a Southerner, and he left for Texas by 1833.
This week, honey.
Sports like gander pulls, cockfights, and wrestling were held here.
Can I go down there and see what's out there? Can we go down and see what's at the end?
Where's Lynn at?
Oh, somebody's so tired. Somebody's gonna sleep on the way home.
Yeah, and I might.
That one had an extra bedroom, but this is on the way in.
Our headquarters for all the preachers that came. They stayed at this house. They need extra room for the preachers.
She just wants to see, son. She can climb up there and see. Isn't that why you went up there?
No, that's okay.
I get sticky. I get cold and sticky. And then I pass out.
Teachers don't run.
See, I don't sweat. I wish I did. I just pass out. I get so overheated.
And my dad overworked for one summer before we were married. He got me and men to drink.
He had the water jug up on the